Hello, guys. Welcome to Girlstreamers. This is a podcast bringing you the Girlstreamers that you know and love. Girlstreamers is a community that supports and promotes girls that stream. We are a bi-weekly podcast, and we'll be introducing you to some amazing girl gamers and allow you, the viewer, to get to know some of our favorite streamers. My name is Nymphadora, and I will be your host during this interview. Tonight, we will be interviewing s0upspoon, and if there is time at the end, we'll take questions from the audience in the channel. This is a live podcast, but we will also be available for download on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and now Google Play. What's up, s0up? How you doing?
Hello. I'm all right. How are you?
I'm tired of my audio being all weird, and I'm still sick.
Oh.
I am still sick.
I don't know how you do it when you're sick like that.
Like, it's just annoying. Whatever. It is what it is. Did you have to work today?
Yeah, I can hear myself repeating. That was weird. I work in a restaurant, and I had to close last night, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then because I forgot to book off this day, they scheduled me, so I had to switch to an open, so I clopened today, 7 o'clock in the morning. So that was not fun, but...
Oh my god.
It's a learning experience, yeah.
That sucks. Oh my god, that's awful. That is absolutely awful. I do not miss closing and opening.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still hearing yourself?
No, not anymore.
Okay, good, because I turned you down a little bit. So how did you come up with your screen name?
It's related to work. When I got promoted as like a supervisor at work, they called us s0ups for short, but it was spelled S-U-P-E. And since I'm a cook, I'm like, okay, how can I spin this into like a cool name? Because S-U-P-E is not a cool name at all for video games. And it all started with Steam, because I had been flip-flopping in between several different names, and then I just wrote s0up, and then it just stuck, and everyone started calling me that, and nicknames for s0up, and yeah.
Nice. I like it. That's great. That's awesome. So, you are actually one of our Canadian streamers, are you not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. What part of Canada, eh?
I grew up in Toronto, Canada, Ontario. One of the bigger cities.
Nice.
Not the capital, but...
I think most people, if you don't know Toronto, you don't really know geography very well.
Well, yeah, it's one of the most known cities, other than like Vancouver or something, I think. Vancouver, Ottawa, and Toronto are the most known. There's probably nothing else up here except polar bears and igloos, right?
That's what I've always known. I mean, I'm from the South, so we don't really know what snow is down here. One little flake and everybody goes crazy.
It's actually not so bad.
Excuse me, sorry. So, what is the first game that you ever played that got you into the gaming world?
The first game I ever played that got me into gaming as a hobby,
yeah, that you remember playing.
I think it was definitely Left 4 Dead 2. It all started on Steam. Like, I got into the competitive scene on Left 4 Dead 2. Like, I met a bunch of people, and then that's what really got me into it. I literally didn't play anything else except for, like, Minecraft and Left 4 Dead 2. This was in, like, 2011 when Minecraft was first getting, like, hyped up, right? Like.
Oh, yes. Yes. I remember early Minecraft days.
Mm-hmm. Beta?
I know I still have Minecraft, but I haven't played it in about a year.
I haven't played. Yeah, I don't. No, it's just I can't anymore.
That is a game that is easy to get. It's easy to get sucked into. I played Left 4 Dead, but I've never been able to really. I don't know. It's really scary, and I'm not good with scary games.
It's not scary at all.
It's so grody, and I'm such a chicken. I'm such a chicken.
When you playing competitive and stuff though, you like turn the darkness all the way up so it's or brightness all the way up so it's really bright like so it's not scary. It's just yeah, it's like I played competitively, right? So it turns into just repeating the same actions over and over and getting better at those actions. Like that's literally what competitive Left 4 Dead 2 is about. It's terrible. But I loved it. I loved it.
Isn't that really what most competitive is about, though? I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah. That's also something about being crazy, doing the same thing over and over again, trying to yield different results. Crazy, gamer, they kind of go along side by side.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So how long have you been streaming, and what actually got you into streaming?
I'm actually super new to streaming. Think I'm just at 6 months now. Like I'm not even a year yet.
Really?
Yeah. I think I
Wow.
started in like August or something.
Dang, nice.
Yeah.
So what got you into it?
It was just like a hobby thing. Honestly, like I never really watched Twitch before, like a little bit here and there, like some of my favorite YouTubers and stuff. And then I'm like, whatever, I can try it, like, because it doesn't seem that hard. A friend of mine did it, and he helped me set up like the OBS. He helped me set up like get a webcam and a proper mic, and then I did it, and like I'm not huge, but like I have people who like to watch me, and like it's nice, right? So even if it's just one person, like it's nice to interact with that one person on stream, like
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
That's cool. I thought you'd been streaming longer than that. That's pretty cool.
Mm.
So, what type of games do you generally play and stream?
Usually I just play Overwatch because
Woo woo.
that's my new Left 4 Dead 2. Like since Overwatch came out, I have not touched Left 4 Dead 2 at all. It's terrible. I feel so bad for neglecting it. But I play that. I played Skyrim for a bit. I just started doing another Don't Starve Together map. I was streaming it on the Girlstreamers channel actually on Monday, so I'll probably continue that on my channel as well.
I actually watched that, a little bit of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't Starve is a fun game.
It is really fun. There's endless, like, I barely scratched the surface. Like, I never get that far in that game. I'm horrible at survival games. Like, just terrible.
Me too. Me too. Me too. It's still, that's still one of those really, really fun games, though. I was playing with Izili. She's doing a Don't Starve Together stream on her stream a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a lot of fun. I was like, oh, this is so much better when you're with other people, but doing it by yourself, I don't last as long.
Yeah, and the fun part about when you're with someone else too, I was playing with a friend of mine a while back, and I died. So like sitting there and like floating around behind him as a ghost while he's trying to find the certain items to bring me back to life was the funniest thing ever. Like his
Yes. Nice. What would you say is your favorite game right now?
Overwatch.
So, what about that game turns you on?
I don't usually like shooters, and when it first was coming out, like I missed the beta. So I was like, oh, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? My friend said, yo, it's really good. Just buy it. And I'm like, okay, so I took a chance and I bought it. And then I figured out like Blizzard is so good at creating backstory with their heroes. Like I've never seen a competitive first-person shooter that has so much story and lore. It's crazy, and I love that. I love those kind of games. So something easy to hop right into and play for fun or not for
Agreed.
fun, whatever you want to do. But
I know a lot of people want a campaign for Overwatch, a campaign version. Would you pay another $40 or so for just a campaign single player version of Overwatch?
yeah, if they can make it good, I just don't know how they would go about doing that. Like, would you play as one hero? Would you play as all the heroes? Like, but yeah, I think I would.
I think that's because I know a lot of people really, really want it because, you know, they said like they're going to continue telling this story and have this lore, but when we're actually playing like on the map, it has nothing to do with the lore.
Mhm.
Like it's almost, it's like outside of the actual lore, which I think is cool because then you can just kind of ignore, okay, yeah, we're escorting a bomb in King's Row and
Yeah.
we're the good guys. Yeah, we'll just ignore
Yeah,
that.
it doesn't really make any sense a lot of the times, but that's what makes it the shooter part of it that doesn't really make any sense. So,
Exactly. What would you? Okay, so Overwatch is one of my favorite games. I love Overwatch. Do you play PC? Do you play PC or console?
PC mostly.
Nice. So, who is your main character?
On Overwatch,
Yes.
I started out with Pharah and Reaper. Those were my two favorite heroes, and then I kind of got pushed into the support role. You know, the girl that plays support, blah, blah, whatever. Like, and then when Anna came out, I started playing Anna, and I like her a lot. She's
Anna's
so
a
much
lot of
fun.
fun.
So, yeah,
I play Lucio, so I know
he's
I
fun
hate
too.
that. It's like I'm a Lucio main, but Lucio can knock people off the map.
Isn't it so satisfying when you get those boops?
Yes. He knocks people off the map who wouldn't want to play that. But I do
Yeah.
get tired of playing support sometimes, so I'll try something else. I like Roadhog. He's a lot of fun.
I'm terrible with tanks. I'm terrible. I don't even try. Like,
Right before this, I was actually watching a friend play competitive, and I'm like, oh, I just can't get out of bronze. I suck so bad. It
oh,
hurts.
bronze. Oh no.
It hurts. It hurts. I'm like right there, almost at silver. I don't play
Mm-hmm.
enough. If I played more, I would probably be higher up, but
Mm-hmm.
I go
Well,
in,
playing
I'll
is
play one or
practice,
two
right?
games, and I'm like, yeah, this sucks because I just keep losing.
Oh.
You're higher though, aren't you?
I play quite a bit. I'm stuck in platinum right now, actually.
Oh, God, I'm so jealous.
Sorry.
Granted,
You should
I play once a week, and that's with followers, and so it's not competitive. So,
Yeah, I
eh.
play like every day. We have like there's a bunch of guys that I work with, and we have a group chat on Facebook. We literally go home and go, do you want to play? Who's on? Or like as I'm leaving work, I'm like, hey, you gonna play tonight? You gonna be on tonight? Like, and we play for hours. It's so bad. Like one day I met randoms, and we literally played from I think maybe 11:30 at night to like 4 in the morning. It was the dumbest thing I've ever done, I think, in my entire life. I'm like, why am I up at 4 o'clock playing Overwatch?
That used to be me and a group of my friends. We used to be up until like 5 o'clock in the morning playing Overwatch. No lie, and we'd start at like 9:30. Like we
Yeah.
would play Overwatch that much. I'd have like 5-hour Overwatch streams sometimes, because sometimes I'd be streaming it, sometimes I wouldn't be, and that was when I was really good because I played on a regular basis. Not so much. I got to a point where after BlizzCon is when I kind of stopped because holidays and everything. But yeah, I'm trying to join a competitive team right now, so I've got to get
That's hard
back.
to find.
It is. It's hard to find a good one too.
Especially
But
in bronze or silver. Like I've seen some of the gameplay. I don't want to be mean or anything, but like just some people like they just awareness is like one part of the game, you know, like and teamwork.
it is, and you get
Yeah.
stuck. Like when you get stuck down there, like when I was playing really, really well, I was up in. I didn't get past gold, but I was in gold. And I couldn't. It just God. Anyway, I'm not
Let's
a
not
bronze
talk about it
player,
anymore, yeah.
but I'm stuck in bronze because I don't play enough. So. So, I think we've covered actually several questions now.
Yeah.
Would you say that's your main game right now?
Yes, that's my main game.
My next question is what attracts you about that game, but I think we've covered that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I could talk about Overwatch all day. I love it.
Me too.
So what game character do you most closely identify with?
This was a tough question when you first asked me, so I had to think about it for a while. And then I finally thought about it, and I think Clementine from the Walking Dead Telltale series.
Aww.
for
I
sure.
love that series.
Because just the way she is so young and innocent and then just grows up, well, so far, I don't want to give any spoilers, like to be a strong young woman or teenager, I guess. Like it's granted it is in the apocalypse. We're not in the apocalypse, thank goodness, not yet. Like you never know, but um
As
yeah, but
someone
I've
who
I've been through
plays
a
Left
few
4
things
Dead,
too,
yeah.
like so yeah, I think she's probably the closest one I identify with. Just the trials and the uh I don't know what the word would be. Like bad things that happen to you. I can't think of the word literally on the tip of my tongue, but whatever. Just the things that I've been through, like it's made me a stronger and a better person. I hope so. Anyway, so.
Um, nice. She's a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Like she turns into a total badass. I haven't played the most recent one that's come out yet, but I've seen you
Oh,
playing
so
it,
good. Yeah.
and I'm like, oh no, I can't watch any more video.
Spoilers.
um, did you finish the gameplay? Because you're playing it on Girlstreamers.
Yeah, did 2 episodes because they released two at once. I don't know why they would do that. They're like, here's two, and then they didn't release the rest.
Oh,
So,
okay. So they haven't released everything yet. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, waiting for 3 to come back.
Oh gosh. Ugh. Telltale, get it out, man. Get it out.
I know. I know.
So, do you tabletop game?
Yeah, not very often, but I have a lovely collection of board games. My roommate also has been collecting some board games, so.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
What would you say is your favorite?
My favorite? A friend of mine introduced me to this actually on Tabletop Simulator on Steam,
Mm-hmm.
and then I bought it. It's called One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Okay.
Yeah. It's literally all about like bamboozling and like tricking and like so there's two teams. It's very complicated when you first start learning, but it's actually not that confusing once you play a couple rounds. But there's two teams, werewolves and then villagers. There's regular villagers and then ones who have special abilities. And the ones who have special abilities are like switching cards or like looking at someone's card or like trading cards with someone, like oh, I just clicked on the stream by mistake. um, and so like everything just gets switched around, and the werewolves are trying to win, and the villagers are trying to win. And if one werewolf is killed, quote quote, like if it's voted for, then the werewolves lose. But if a villager is voted for, the werewolves win. And it's so much fun. Like I love bamboozling people in games. It's my favorite. Like I'm very competitive, and I like
I feel
screwing
like I've
people
heard
over
that
in
game
games.
before. That sounds like a fun game. I feel like I've heard
It's
that. There's a game that's similar to that we do at Dragon Con called Werewolf, and you sit in a circle, and it's I don't it's been so long since I've played it, but it's yeah, it's where somebody is the werewolf and you got to figure out who it is, and
Mhm.
somebody dies every round, and it's like it's a big circle. It's at least 10 people in the circle
Wow.
playing it. That's cool. That sounds like my kind of game. I'm gonna have to check it out, man.
Bamboozling. It's only, well, for me, it was like I think $20 Canadian, so maybe 15 or so American. Like
Nice.
very small card game. So yeah.
Very nice. So, are there any games that you're excited that are coming out this year?
Oh my God, yes. Breath of the Wild is coming out March 3rd, like, and the Switch, which I have pre-ordered. Like, just thinking about it makes me like tear up because I'm so excited. When I watched the release for the info session on the Switch on Twitch, I was watching it with my friends. We were all in Skype, and they ended it. And he's like, "Thank you for watching." And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Are they not going to show Breath of the Wild?" Like, I was about to flip my table over. I'm like, and then the music started going, and they started like panning over water, and I was like, like freaking out.
Nice. I was at a local bar here that's a gaming bar. It's called Battle and Brew. Woo woo, hype Battle and Brew. They were playing. They had the demo going of Breath of the Wild playing, and I was sitting here at the table like this.
It just
with
looks
my mouth
amazing.
open, my eyes was just like, man, that actually looks like a lot of fun. I love Zelda. That looks like a lot of fun. But I don't want to buy the Switch yet because I'm one of those people that waits for all of the bad things to happen to consoles before I order it. I don't pre-order stuff because there's always something bad that happens. Always. So
I know. I'm just too excited. I can't wait till Christmas. Oh my God, are you crazy?
It does look cool. I do think that, like, I remember watching the release of the Switch, or not the release, but, you know, the video. Was it Gamescom or it's somewhere towards the end? It wasn't E3 when they.
No.
But anyway, it was one of the many freaking games conventions, and it was when they showed the actual Switch for the first time, and they showed the commercial and stuff, and I'm sitting here watching it, and I'm like, nobody's gonna use it like that because at this point everybody has Nintendo DS's. Like,
yeah,
nobody's gonna use the Nintendo Switch like that. That's a really cool concept, and I like that. Like, I understand the concept. I think it's cool, but really, are people really gonna take it on the go with them?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to PAX East. I forgot for a second in March, and I'm definitely gonna take it with me then. But I'm gonna take the whole thing with me, not just the portable. But yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. And they're really putting all their chips onto Breath of the Wild. Like, I mean, I love Zelda, and I have a Wii U, but I was like, you know what, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna buy the Switch. I saw it, and I'm like, oh, I can't not buy it. Like,
yeah.
So
I
might as well just do it now.
I have the Wii, old school Wii, and I don't think I've played it in about 2 years. Like, it's in the box. Like, it's not even. I wanted the Wii U, but you know, we haven't bought the Wii U. So when I go to my brother's, I play his because the Wii U actually has some pretty fun games. But yeah. So I'm hoping the Switch will kind of bring Nintendo back to relevancy.
Mm-hmm.
Because they used to have really good games.
Yeah. And then the Wii U tanked for them. Like, I think they were planning on selling 4 million copies of the Switch, and they only sold like I think 200,000 or something of the Wii U. Like, it was just a good idea, but executed poorly. Like,
yes.
So
yeah, that's frustrating right there.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people who have pre-ordered the Switch, so hopefully this will get them back to going, and they'll produce good games again.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I used my Wii to buy in 64 games and play those anyway, so.
Yeah, all the, like, the virtual console, yeah, I got lots to play out of those.
Oh my gosh. Are there any other games that you're excited about?
Yeah, they're coming out with a State of Decay 2. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a zombie survival game. It's like State of Decay, I believe, was only single player. The second one will be like, it'll be multiplayer, and it's like a survival zombie game. So it feels like you're in the apocalypse. So that one's a lot of fun.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of cool.
It was on Steam. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but while I was looking a couple weeks ago, it just popped up there, and I'm like, oh, so they're making a second one. That's cool.
Nice.
Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch, or as my friends and I call it, GTA Mario, because he's in New York, it looks like, so Grand Theft Auto Mario.
Nice.
And it's not coming out this year, but Assassin's Creed. They'll be making a new one, I think, for 2018, and rumors that it's going to be in ancient Egypt, so that'll be pretty cool.
Oh, that'll be a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be neat. I've never played Assassin's Creed, but I've watched it played, and I really want to play it, but I have a PS3 now, so...
Just don't play Unity. It was the worst one.
That's what I've heard.
It was just too buggy. Too buggy. Good idea, good story, good place, just too buggy. That's all.
So what is one game that you would want to have rebooted or remastered?
Ooh. I think going back to Left 4 Dead 2, like, it's so So, the Steam engine is just so bad. Like Valve just does not care anymore. Like I don't have has Valve even put out any other games recently? Like good ones have caught on? I don't think so. Like
I don't think so.
they just like Gabe Newell, if he's still around, like doesn't even care about games anymore. He's like, yeah, just making money off of Steam. Like so yeah, if they could remaster that and make it sort of like
Just update it.
yeah, like Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare style, but instead of shooting other people, you're shooting zombies. Like, not that the zombies have guns, that'd be just way too crazy. Can you imagine that?
Zombies with sentience and guns.
But like, you
Woo.
can like jump and you can like crawl and stuff. Like, that'd be pretty cool. Like, or something like I never played it, but a bunch of people. Division, like Division,
Oh,
sort
yes.
of like, but like
That'd
Left
be-
4 Dead
yeah.
style. So like
That'd be
hordes of
kinda cool.
zombies. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Get on that, Valve. We're
Yeah,
talking
they
to
never
you,
will,
Gabe.
but
We're talking to you. That's funny. Okay, that's funny you say that because my brother says that my husband looks like Gabe Newell. I don't see it. But my brother and his friends swear to God, because my husband's overweight.
glasses.
And I think it's because he wears glasses and he has a pointy nose. And Gabe Newell kind of has a pointy nose.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently I'm married to Gabe Newell. So honey, get on that.
Secretly
Fix
married to
that.
Gabe Newell.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard him in the background scream. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God. All right. So let's get a little serious here. Who inspires you to be the woman that you are today?
I've never actually thought about that until you asked me that question as well. I don't know, but lately, especially since I moved out of my parents' house maybe 4 years ago or 3 years ago now, and ever since I moved out, it's been my mother actually. Like looking back to all the times, because I was really sick when I was a little kid. I was in the hospital a couple times, and during all that time, like the strength that my mother has, and like the will, and when she wants something done, she just goes and does it. Like she doesn't wait, she doesn't ask anybody, she just does it herself. Like she works hard, she has always worked hard, like ever since I was a little kid. Yeah, and I think I want to be like her. I want to grow up to be a very, not that I'm not grown up, but I want to, when I'm a adultier adult, I want to be as independent and as strong. And if I ever have a family, I hope that it turns out just as good as mine did. So
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't grown up yet, so I mean, I don't know what it means to be an adult. So
me either. Just pay
I-
bills and that's it.
I always like to find a more adulty adult when it's okay. So I'm in my 30s, and it's funny you say that, but like I'll have kids come up to me, and I mean like I'll have teenagers, they're kids now. I'll have teenagers come up to me and like ask me any question, and I'm like, you need to find an adult, and they're like, but you are. And I'm in my
You're like,
30s,
no, I'm
and
not.
I'm like, wait, oh, that's right, I am that adult, aren't I?
Isn't it funny though? Like how when you're a teenager, you think that's so old and you're gonna be so put together, and no, I'm definitely not put together. Like I just know how to pay bills and work, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is not adulty that I do. Like
Oh, we play video games, of course. Oh my gosh. So what do you like about being a part of Girlstreamers?
First of all, I wish I could be more active in the Discord. I'm not very good at that, but between working at the restaurant, I work crazy hours, but it's just an all around like very supportive community. Like no matter what your follower count is, like what your Twitter follower count is, like if you hit a 50 milestone, the girls you post it in there, and the girls would be like, "Oh, good job, great job!" Like it's so good, and like or if you ask for help in your chat or for someone to come hang out, like no problem, one of the girls will come hop over right away. Like yeah, it's just really nice because especially in I don't know, just women have been known to not be supportive of each other. Like we're taught to be very competitive with each other, right? So to see
Yeah.
a huge group of women, I don't know how many we have now
Over
in our
400.
community. Wow. So yeah, to have all those women so supportive of each other from all around the world, that's amazing. It's amazing to me. Like it's great.
And no joke, it is all around the world. Like we have ladies in Europe. We just had a lady join a couple weeks ago from Chile.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, we've got women in the Netherlands, Germany, England,
Wow.
Ireland, Canada. But I mean, Canada is kind of part of America, so
Pretty much the same thing.
I'm just kidding. Oh, you guys are so much better.
I don't want to say anything, but
We're trying to not be. We're not a political podcast
yeah,
here.
no. Let's not talk about that.
But that's cool. That's what I like about being a part of it, because there is always somebody there to help out. And literally 24/7, there's going to be somebody there, because we have ladies from all over the country, all over the world.
Yeah, when I'm up at 5 o'clock playing Overwatch, I pop in the Discord. People are still having a conversation in there. So yeah,
nice. By the way, I don't know if we have each other on BattleNet, but I'll shoot you my BattleNet later,
yes,
so
please.
we can play BattleNet, play Overwatch together.
I hope you get out of bronze.
Yeah, I want to so bad. Well, it's gonna end soon. This has been a really long season.
Yeah, I
this
think next
competitive
week,
season.
the 20-something, 20-something, 21st, second. I don't know.
So it's coming. The end is coming up soon, and then I can start over again and do better. So what keeps you so passionate about gaming and just the community in general?
Well, the gaming community is kind of crappy at sometimes. Honestly, I love like the internet community, like the content that comes out of the internet, like the memes. Oh my God, I love like as bad as that probably sounds, I love like memes and like the creativity that comes out of those. Like some are pretty bad, don't get me wrong, they're not all good, but especially like Overwatch ones or like the art, like the fan art that comes out of some of these things. Like there's a ton of Overwatch fan art and stuff. Like it's fantastic. But the gaming community, it's okay. It's just it brings some very creative people, good and bad. So, yeah.
The gaming community is harsh. I mean, that's one reason why we have why Dead Mannequin started Girlstreamers, was so that we could have a more positive environment for women, because it is harsh to women. I mean, it's specifically harsh to women. Yeah. I mean, we had several trolls in the podcast last week. We've already got one here. But we don't address it while we're on the podcast, even though I'm addressing it now. But yeah, I mean, it's crap that we have to deal with on a regular basis just because we have boobs.
It's because it's like, I don't know what they think they're accomplishing, like stuff like that. People always talk about it, like, especially in competitive games, that girls get crapped on a lot. And I never have really, until the other day. Someone called me the B word and said that I was bad at the game and whatever. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, thanks. And then I just muted them and went on with the game, and we ended up winning. And then in the end, I turned back on chat and I'm like, so I guess I'm not bad at the game, huh? Like, and then of course they go on and start shit talking again because they don't have anything better to do. Like, it's just sad, angry people that you shouldn't give your time of day to, right? Like,
agreed. Completely agreed. So what one book and one movie would you say describes you best?
Oh gosh.
We'll move away from the gaming stuff a little bit. I know that segue was beautiful. It's a horrible segue. Sorry.
So speaking of books and movies,
right? Oh God. Ugh.
That describe me best. I don't know if anything can describe me, but I really I tend to read like fantasy books and stuff, so I don't know if any of those things can really describe me very well. And a movie, I love like fantasy stuff, superheroes, supernatural stuff. So I don't know if any of those things could, like Harry Potter. I don't think it could describe me though. So
I love Harry Potter. I mean, look at my name.
yeah, of course.
I think you can easily, I think fantasy, especially because, it's most fantasy books take the basic hero's journey and tell a hero's journey story. So, I mean, you have Lord of the Rings, so you have Frodo. Some people associate themselves as Frodo. They basically tell the hero's journey in a different form or fashion. But there are those secondary and tertiary characters that are in the stories that really attach to you. Like, for me, Nymphadora Tonks from Harry Potter is one of my favorite characters because she is clumsy. She is a metamorpho magi, so she can change her looks at will, and I love being able to... I change my hair all the time. All the time. And if I had that kind of magic, I would change my looks all the time. So that particular character really drew to me. So, and then the book itself, like... the Order of the Phoenix book, I think is one of the... I think that's where the turning point of Harry went, when he like really started getting... It started getting really, really dark at that point in that book. I know a lot of people think Prisoner of Azkaban was the dark one. I'm like, no, it was a dark movie because they had Alfonso Cuarón direct it, and he completely changed the whole thing, but it wasn't supposed to be that dark yet.
He was still a kid. Like, one thing I like about, well, we're talking about Harry Potter now, one thing I liked about J.K. Rowling's writing is very excellent, is you grew up like with Harry. Like, everything got harder, everything got darker, got more mature, like the more you progressed in the books. Like the first one, it's, oh yay, Hogwarts, so happy, like yay, like some stuff happens, it's not so bad, like, but then it just gets really bad. Like, it gets pretty... I mean, I love stuff like that, but
she does a great job at... Even for those of us who, like, we were too old to grow up with Harry. My brother grew up with Harry. I didn't, just because I was high school when it came out. But she showcased, like, each book is... like, she really showcases what a teenager goes through as a, 40-something-year-old lady writing about a teenager. I mean, you tend to forget the crap you go through as a teenager, but she did such a good job at being able to get you into the mindset of a teenager that it draws you. Like, I was angry. Like, the fifth book, I was angry when Harry was angry because I was angry at Harry for acting like a teenager. And then I'm like, wait a second. This is a mark of good writing. When you actually feel something that the writer is trying to portray.
Yeah, I cried in the last two books. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but I cried. I cried really hard. Especially the last one. That whole last couple chapters, I was like, it's tears.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. Yes, agreed. Completely agreed. I love that we are talking about all the things that I love and not the things that you love. This is a podcast about you.
It's like, well, we both love it. I love Harry Potter. You love Harry Potter. I love Overwatch. You love Overwatch. Just happens to be we have similar interests. Works out perfectly.
You're just the Canadian version of me. That means you're just a nicer person. I'm not very nice.
Okay, we're not that nice up here. Believe me. Some are, but no, not very many.
It just sounds nicer coming from a Canadian, even when you're really mean.
We say sorry instead of saying excuse me. We just say sorry, like, over and over. It's like when you're trying to get behind someone, instead of going, oh, excuse me, you go, oh, sorry. Oh, you bump into someone, oh, I'm sorry. Like, it's not that we're nice. It's just, I don't know, something programmed into like Canadian brains. Like,
sorry,
hilarious.
Moving on to, we'll get away from books now because I could talk about Harry Potter all day too. What is your greatest challenge or obstacle that you have actually had to overcome in your life?
I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when I was 11
Oh,
years old. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. I don't know if you know what it
I
is.
I do actually know what it is. Yes, but
Just
you may want to just do a short explanation for those people who
yeah,
don't.
it's an autoimmune disorder. They don't really know what causes it. It is chronic. It's for life. But they know that the bacteria or the white blood cells in your intestines are overactive. So they're overactive, so they're fighting themselves, like they're attacking themselves. They don't know what's happening. They're all confused. And that causes inflammation. And then through that, you don't absorb any nutrients. And when you don't absorb nutrients, it just everything goes downhill from there. Like
Ugh,
I was
yeah,
losing my hair at one point. Like I was super thin, super pale. Like I could barely go to school.
that's awful.
But yeah. That's why I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital when I was 13, then again when I was 16. But now I'm fantastic. I'm on a medicine. It's called Remicade, I think now. It's like a IV. It's sort of like chemo, but not as poisonous as chemotherapy is. I get that every few weeks or whatever, and it's amazing. I can eat whatever I want. Like I'm perfect. I'm pretty good. As long as I'm not stressed out, I'm okay. So
That is, as someone who also has an autoimmune disease, but one that's a lot easier to handle. If you gotta have an autoimmune disease, psoriasis is the one to get.
oh,
Um,
but it's so similar to the medicine that I'm on, Remicade.
mhm.
People who have really bad psoriasis, they are on the same medicine sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, because they're both inflammation. One is of the skin, one is of
Right.
the intestines, right? Like,
Oh my god. That's why I shaved my hair, because it's so bad in my head
oh wow.
that the medicine was doing absolutely nothing because it couldn't get to it because my hair's so thick. But yeah, it's your body attacking itself
Hmm.
is what it boils down to. So I don't have Crohn's disease, but I know people who have had it in my life, and I think like I never would have guessed it because you rarely miss a stream if you do miss a stream. And you just seem like you have found a way to handle it very well. And that's
Well, I'm very
awesome.
lucky. Thankfully, first of all, the Canadian healthcare system, like, because
Yeah.
on the down low, the medicine costs like twice as what my salary of the year would be, and I don't pay for any of it, thankfully. So yeah, Canadian healthcare, it's the best.
That is one thing about your health. You definitely got to have good access to healthcare to be
It's
able
yeah, it's the
to.
number one priority for me. It takes priority over everything, like so.
I completely understand that.
Hmm.
Man, that's crazy, but that's awesome that you've been able to get as far as you are now and be
Hmm.
able to have good health care to help take care of it
Yeah.
because I mean Crohn's disease is not a fun disease.
And it's very taboo, right? It's very embarrassing. Like, I used to be very embarrassed as a child about it, but now I really don't care. I'm a semi-adult. I don't know, but like if the amount of times I have had to tell the doctor about like my washroom habits, oh my gosh. Like,
Yes. It's, I had to have my gallbladder removed
oh
uh
yikes.
a couple of years ago, and because I don't have a gallbladder anymore, I can't hold it. Like I have to go to the bathroom as soon as I eat sometimes. Like
Hmm.
it just goes straight through me. So it's embarrassing, but then you get to a point where you're just like
You don't
everybody
care.
poops.
Yeah.
Everybody has problems,
Yeah.
and this is what I have to deal with.
Yeah, I really don't care anymore. Like if someone asks me where I went, like if I disappear for a while, I'm like, yeah, I was doing that, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, you asked me, like, so what do you want
What?
me to say?
I I have severe cramps and severe bleeding during my menstrual cycle. So I used to like I bleed through my pants I
Oh,
used to
wow.
on a regular basis. Now I'm able to I finally we figured out what it is. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Like I would bleed for months and months at a time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's awful. And like for the longest time, I tried to hide it, and I was so embarrassed. But it's like, no, I'm a girl. This is what we deal with. And
Mhm.
you know what? If you're grossed out about it, it's just basic anatomy. Like
Yeah,
this
like
is what I
everybody,
have
your
to deal with.
mother, like your sisters, like.
It's like this is what I have to deal with. You just have to deal with it. You
Mhm.
know, this is
Mhm.
okay. So I feel you on that, but not on that level. Because I don't suffer from Crohn's disease,
Mhm.
but I understand the embarrassment. God, that's awesome though. That is so awesome that you're able to take care of it and control it, and it doesn't take over your life, because it's really easy for an autoimmune disease to take over your life.
Mhm. I really try not to. Like some people like there's support groups and stuff. Like I always try and stay away from that stuff. Like it's fantastic for some people who want to do it. Like if you want to go to those things, and if it helps you, that's excellent. But like I've always stayed away from that stuff because I don't want to, as bad as it sounds, I don't want to be around other people who are sick. Because like I'm very empathetic and I feel so bad for other people. Like a friend
Yes.
of mine actually got diagnosed with Crohn's disease a few months ago or something, and when he told me, and he was asking me all these questions and stuff, and how like luckily like my family too, like my mother was very supportive. Like my entire family is very supportive of me, but his family is not, and like I feel so bad. So like I want to be
Mm.
there for him because like he has nobody, and especially with, well, I guess any illness, any disease that is stuck with you, there's going to be mental repercussions as well, of course. Like it's not just going to be the physical
Right.
pain or things. So yeah, helping people through that too, like especially my friend, like I want to be able to do that, but I don't think I need support groups for that. I'd rather just surround myself with family so I don't have to think about it all the time because I don't want it to, as you said, take over my life. Like I want to be myself with this. Just always in the back of my mind, know that I have this disease, but not let it take over my life. Like,
That's I don't like group therapy for that reason as well. I see a therapist for myself, but that's a one-on-one basis, and then I can go on with everything else. Like I think therapy is a fantastic thing, but I think group therapy, I feel you on the group therapy thing, because you can easily get sucked into that hole and never pull out of it.
mhm.
And as someone who suffers from major depression, that's not a direction I want to go in. So
No.
I understand the whole group therapy thing. Although, like, I know people where group therapy was way more successful for them. I think it just depends on the individual.
Mhm. Well, because
Um,
sometimes people like hearing that like they're not, especially with like depression and stuff like that. Some people like to know that they're not alone, right?
yeah.
So they want to be around other people, and those people give them more support. Like if they have no one in their life, then these people in group therapy can be there for the support. So I completely understand. Like I said, I'm very empathetic. I'm always putting myself in other people's shoes, like understanding,
Yes.
trying to understand other people. Like I think it's a good way. I think it's a good way to live life. So to an
I do
extent.
the same thing. I'm the same way. So I
Mhm.
try to, like, I started tearing up when you were talking about the Crohn's disease. I was like, oh, because I'm a sap, and I try to, yeah, I'm the same way. So on that note, what trait of yours would you say you are most proud of?
Most proud of? Um. I definitely think my hmm.
Everybody always stumbles on that question.
Yeah. It's not things you really think about. I don't know, unless you're a narcissist, but I think it has to be like my determination and uh, my work ethic. That's what I mean. Because I was diagnosed when I was a little kid, 11, and every day, like I still went to school. I remember walking home from school, and like I said, Crohn's brings a whole bunch of other
Yeah.
problems. Like I have eye problems and skin problems and like inflammation in your legs sometimes, like water retention and stuff. So I remember walking home from school and getting home, and like my legs would just be like way bigger than they should have been at age 11 because of all the water retention and from walking home. Like,
Ugh.
and but every day I still did it. Like I still went to school. And even when I was at my sickest, I only went for one class. I literally went for like an hour and a half, but I still went. Like, and it wasn't my mother or my family pushing me to do it. I was like, I want to go. I want to do it. Like, and when I'm working too, like I always want to. I don't want to overwork myself, but I always want to try my best and try and keep improving myself and stuff like that. So,
I think that's a good trait. That's awesome. I mean, holy cow, man! You probably shouldn't have been going to school in those moments.
probably not. Probably not. But
what would you say is your greatest insecurity?
My greatest insecurity. I used to have a lot when I was younger, because I'm sure every girl has several insecurities when they're a teenager slash child, because that's what we are forced to grow up with. I don't want to blame anybody, but media, it's your fault. Um, I used to be very insecure actually about my ears, like physical trait, and then I'm not saying that surgery fixes itself, but I did get ear surgery to pin them back.
Oh, I know a
But
lot of
that
people who
was
get that kind of that surgery.
it was years and years later. Like I had always hated how my ears used to stick out a lot, and then finally, actually, 3 months ago, um, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Like I just want to do it. I want to, because it's one thing. I think pictures. I was never happy in pictures. I'd never put my hair up. I'd always wear hats or have my hair down. Like especially working in a kitchen, I always have my hair up. So I thought to myself that I deserve to be happy with how I look. Like because I literally have my hair up from in a ponytail from like 7 o'clock in the morning to like 12 at night. Sometimes not all in one day, but 8 hours, 10 hours a day. Like. And like, what if I ever get married? I want to put my hair up nice, I want to look nice. I want to feel good about myself. So,
Yeah. Hey, I know people who get surgery to lose weight, and it works, and it helps them change, because you just get to a point where sometimes you're just so depressed or so sad, and you want to fix that one thing because you just don't like it, and there's nothing wrong with that.
exactly.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. I'm glad to know that you're happy now. Have you ever been trolled? I mean, you've been streaming for about 6 months now.
Trolled in stream, not really, but trolled in real life, yes, all the time. Like just the friends that I
doesn't?
surround myself with. Like I don't wanna name anybody, but and he's probably not watching because he's probably playing Overwatch right now. But this one specific one of my friends, he's really good at it. Like he'll say something straight to your face with no like just straight face, and then I'm like, are you joking right now? And then he'll be like, no. And then he'll walk away and there'll be a smile on his face. I'm like, no. All the time. Like I work in game. Like I'm very, I think I'm a little bit gullible in real life. A little bit. Not too much because I don't trust people anymore because I've gotten trolled so much, but a little bit still. So.
Oh man, my husband's good at that too. He does, and I'm like, he's the prankster for his group of friends. He's the guy who would always do shit to their friends. So I've had to learn to roll with that.
Yeah, you got married to that, so.
Yes, I got married to that. Oh my god. So what advice? So you're still kind of a new streamer, but what advice would you have for new people getting into streaming?
I think just when you're starting out, just worry about having fun with it. Just make sure you have a good quality stream. Like, doesn't even have to have a face cam or anything. Just make sure your gameplay is quality, because especially if you're new, people aren't really gonna watch bad quality streams, right? So, and then just take your time with it. Like find someone or like make your own. Like, especially Girlstreamers has like a lot of people who will help you out with art and stuff. Like, make sure you have the offline like photo like banners maybe to promote yourself more, stuff like that. And then just when you're actually streaming, just have fun with it. Like, that's what I try and do. And playing with people usually helps you have more fun with it as well. So
I agree with you on that. What do you have any cool tattoos or scars or piercings?
yeah, I have 4 tattoos actually.
Oh yeah?
Two of them I can't really show you because one is right here, but I can show you a picture. The one that is on my arm right here, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a watercolor arrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. I love that.
Thank you. So there's that one. And then I have 2 on my forearm, one like this.
What do the triangles mean?
They're like hieroglyphics from an art book that I found. From top to bottom, they mean explore, understand, and transcend.
Nice. What
For
is
personal growth.
what does the watercolor arrow mean? Does it have any?
The watercolor arrow is just for like, it's I don't know how to describe it very well. I'm not very good with my words, speaking wise. I don't want to say that I was depressed or anything like that, but like especially lately, I've always been looking for like a place and for happiness, and I feel like I'm just missing something always. And that tattoo to me, the watercolor arrow one, it's just a reminder that there's something coming and I'm always beautiful, like no matter what insecurities I have or how bad I feel, stuff like that. So
I like it.
and then I have this one. It's kind of hard to see. This is for Crohn's disease, the purple ribbon.
Oh, the ribbon. Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then I have another one on my ribs. It says perspective, but I can't show you that one on stream because that'd be inappropriate. So
I like it. That's awesome. I love hearing people's tattoo stories. If there was one person, past or present, that you could have dinner with tonight, who would it be and why?
This was a tough one for me too, because there's just so many people that could possibly, like literally endless amount and endless different people, like celebrities, not celebrities. And I came up with the Dalai Lama, the current Dalai Lama.
Ooh.
I've recently got into spirituality and stuff because I'm not religious or anything. I didn't grow up like that. It's just not anything that I really believe in. But I started meditating lately on like the whole like chakras and stuff like that, like the 7 chakras, like root,
Yeah.
third eye, throat, heart, sacral, all that stuff. And I genuinely feel better when I meditate. I don't know if it's because of that, but it just, and I think he's a very, like, he's Buddhist, right? And that's a very interesting religion to me because they're so open and they're so like, I don't want to say anything bad about any other religions because everyone is just, that's their own beliefs, whatever, but he's just so open and so wise, and like it's all about like happiness and just being happy with yourself and really inhabiting your own body, your own presence, like, and I feel like feeling like you have a physical spirit is something that, it's just something really like warming about it, sort of.
Yeah.
Like it makes you, yeah.
That's a great answer. That's I would love to meet the Dalai Lama. What I like about Buddhism is the fact that it can basically the practices of Buddhism are, it's more for your lifestyle than really a religious concept. So you can take Buddhism and like be a Christian and be Buddhist, or be a Muslim and be Buddhist, or and anything, because the way in which Buddhism works is it's just a lot of the practices, you know, span other religious sects, not sex, sex, sects, sects. But it's one of those that it can help boost your it helps. I mean, meditation period helps with boosting your mental capacity. It helps you feel better, and Buddhism is just, I've always been fascinated with Buddhism. I actually follow the Dalai Lama on Facebook and Twitter because he has such nice, like, just profound things that he tweets out and states and stuff. So it's really cool to, like, because, you know, he's so far, like, what, 8 hours ahead of time. So I wake up and I have, like, his messages and I'm like, oh, that's such a good one. And it makes your day so much better, right?
Yeah.
So I like that. That's a good answer. That's a really good answer.
He's kind of funny too. He's so cute. Like, he jokes around and stuff in interviews. Like, he's kind of funny too. Like, yeah.
The questions, the Q&A will start in the chat because we are live chat. So we will do Q&A soon. So my last question for you, and then we'll open it up to Q&A. What is your strongest passion outside of streaming?
Cooking, and, well, I'm sure because I work as a chef, and writing. I love writing. I'm not very good at it, but it's just something that I really, really like to do. I'm working on 2 stories right now. Nothing professional, believe me, nothing professional. I'm very secretive about it. I'm very...
That's how I am with my projects.
I'm so worried that it's not good writing. I don't want anyone to read it. I've let a couple friends read it and stuff. Like, one of the things I'm writing is it's supernatural stuff. One is, like, based off, like, Avatar and the Legend of Korra. That's a whole other story though. And another one is basically my friend and I, we used to role play in this group a long time ago in a forum. I completely forgot what it's called, but, like, when we were both in, like, middle school to high school, we literally role played for probably 4 or 5 years on and off, like, up until college and stuff. And we created these characters, like, with these rich backgrounds and histories and stories, and there was so many different, like, I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe, like, 8 characters. So, like, I'm kind of writing that in, like, a Game of Thrones style. Like, one chapter is this person, the next chapter is this person, like, and all their stories come together at the end eventually, like, yeah.
Oh, nice. I like that POV kind of storytelling. That's awesome. So, have you ever written a script or anything, or do you just do stories?
I used to do script writing, actually film. I wanted to do film school first before I went to culinary school. And then I decided for some reason that cooking was going to be a better career for me. Probably not. I'd probably make more money if I was in the film industry, but, like, I used to love editing videos and writing scripts. That was my favorite thing. Like, I didn't want to be a director or anything. I would have been content just editing videos for hours and hours on end. But script
that's
writing
so funny
is great too.
Because Kiko in the last podcast likes editing, and I am an editor for a living.
That's amazing.
That's really funny. I'd say script writing is the toughest thing to do, but it's really satisfying when you finish a script.
Storyboarding is the toughest thing because I can't draw to save my life.
I just use stick figures for my storyboarding.
That's what I do. That's what I do. It's terrible.
So Carice asked if you could meet one chef, any chef, who would it be and what would you ask them?
I would want to meet Anthony Bourdain.
Ooh, I like him.
Yeah, because he's so much older now. He's been through, like, I don't know if any of you have read his book. He has a book called Kitchen Confidential. It's one of the best books I've ever read. Even if you're not a chef, I recommend that book to you. It's fantastic. Like, and he just details his stories of when he first started out to now. And Yeah, he's just such a cool guy, like down to earth. Like he doesn't really cook anymore, I don't think. He might have a couple restaurants. I'm sure he does. Everybody does. But yeah, he seems like such a cool guy and very knowledgeable. And what I would ask him, um, just where to get good food probably, because he's been all around the world. Like what country has the best food? That's what I would ask him. He's literally been all around the world, so.
Nice. Nice. So, Keith and Zilla both ask, what is your favorite dish to cook? Also, will you cook for us if we have a girl streamer get together?
Of course I will.
All right, cool.
Just gotta let me know ahead of time, that's all. I always like to cook things that challenge me and stuff like that, but the ingredients are often hard to come by. But I make pretty good chocolate chip cookies and pretty good mac and cheese. I like simple dishes.
Nice.
I really want to learn how to make ramen too. That's my next project. Is I want to learn how to make good ramen, like authentic.
So, what? I actually have a question on that. I just lost my train of thought because I'm trying to follow chat at the same time. Did you watch Carice's stream where she was baking a cake?
No, I think I missed it.
Oh my God, you missed the greatest thing ever because I bake. I'm a baker and I'm sitting here watching this stuff and she's like, "Oh, I don't have this. Can I just substitute it?" And I'm like, "No." No, you cannot substitute anything for cream of tartar. That's not, no. So it was probably the funniest thing I've ever watched. Carice, I'm sorry, I love you, but I would never try your cake. So have you ever thought about doing an actual cooking stream since you are a chef?
Yeah, before that, I have one thing. I found a really good substitute for an egg, actually, because I was running out of eggs. I needed literally one more egg. The recipe called for 3. I needed 1. So I looked up egg substitutes, and there were all these weird, like, use cream of tartar, use, like, honey, use banana, but I was making something that I didn't want to taste like banana at all. And you can use baking powder, vinegar, and a little bit of water. And you mix that together, it foams up a little bit, acts exactly like an egg. I don't know what the science is behind that. Yeah. It doesn't make it taste like anything either. It's just, it's like an egg. It's crazy.
What?
Like,
Yes, you can substitute pretty much. I mean, you can substitute stuff, but there are certain things that there is no substitute for.
Yeah. Cream of tartar is one.
Yeah, cream of tartar is one. Thank you, and you are a professional, so... Boom, Carice. Boom. All right. So anyway, cooking streams. Have you ever considered one?
Yeah, I really want to do it. I just have to figure out how to go about doing that. I think, was I asking you about? I was asking one of the girls about it. I don't remember who it was now. Maybe Karzi? I'm not sure, but like, cause my computer is in my bedroom and I live in an apartment, so I need a pretty long cord to get the camera to the kitchen. But
yeah.
I think it could work out. I would just need like some USB extenders and stuff. It's a process of buying it and stuff, and I don't really have the money right now because I just moved into a new place and spent a lot of money on stuff, so I need to just wait a little bit. But
are you by yourself or do you have?
No, I have a roommate.
Nice. What? Kiko Kitty's got a good question. What country would you like to visit?
Oh, Japan. I'm planning on going there next year.
Yeah. Can you take me in your luggage? I'm gonna be a stowaway.
Try.
I'll shrink myself down.
I'll just fold you up. Yeah, I actually want to learn Japanese. After I settle into the new place, I want to start taking Japanese classes so I can semi-understand the language.
Yeah. I will say I am one of those people that when I go visit places, I've always said I need to know the language, at least your basic conversational language, because it's kind of rude to expect them to know English.
Yeah, especially in Japan, they're very closed off. They're very proud of their culture, so to know basic things, I'd like to know basic conversation, like hello, thank you, like where is this? This was good. Like I like your shirt, like stuff like that. You know? Like...
Yeah, I like your shirt. Always. That is, oh man, yes, I want to visit Japan too. What parts of Japan do you want to visit?
I haven't quite decided yet, but I was looking at tickets, and I'd like to go in the spring, hopefully, start in the north, because it'll be still quite nippy up there, because I don't want to go summer. Apparently, summer in Japan is just awful. It's humid and it's hot, and that's not, I don't know. I don't do hot
Well,
very
it's
well.
an
I'm Canadian.
island,
Like,
so of course it would be humid. I would imagine it'd be pretty bad.
so what I would like to do is I'd like to go to the north and then work my way down eventually. And in the summer is when the south has the cherry blossom festival, so I can go see that at the end of my trip without spending a lot of money to go during the cherry blossom festival. Like, so
That's
I don't know.
actually a smart idea. Check out Scott's Cheap Flights. I recently saw it's a thing that they'll send you deals for flights in your email. And I saw flights to Australia the other day for like $500 round trip.
What?
Yeah, so
What's the plane like though? Small?
I've got friends who have used it, and it's like it's not crappy planes. It's just
Mhm.
yeah. So pro tip. Although now that I've said this on a podcast,
Everyone's gonna know about it.
So, all right, Magic asks, what is your favorite color, and do you have like any memory ties with that color?
Ooh, that's a good question. Like everybody, my favorite color has changed a lot. When I was a little kid, it was actually red, and it actually links to The Legend of Zelda, because you know how there's the three goddesses in Zelda.
Yes.
Red was my favorite color because Din, that's her name, she was my favorite goddess, so that was my favorite color.
Nice.
It has changed a lot though. It went purple, and now it's blue. I don't know why. I just like blue.
Nice. Very nice. I love I love it. Oh man. Well, we are running low on time, so this is a good time to wrap it up. Where and when can we find you streaming?
I don't really have a schedule because I work odd hours in a kitchen. So I used to make a schedule on my Twitter, but it was too restrictive for me, and I was getting really tired and exhausted. And when I'm like that, I feel like I'm giving a crappy stream, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
But I always tweet it out. I always post it like on Girlstreamers. I have my own personal Discord channel. My Twitter is optional soup, just like how it sounds. I usually stream though at night, around 5, 7 o'clock and onwards. I don't usually stream in the morning, so I'm sleeping that time. But yeah.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. We will keep an eye out for you streaming. You do stream on the Girlstreamer channel regularly. What time do you stream on that again?
Monday from 12 to 2.
Rad. Awesome stuff. So you definitely find you on Mondays from 12 to 2 on Girlstreamers.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. This has been a Girlstreamer podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for joining me. Girlstreamers is partnered with Loot Crate, Fresh Designs, Punk's Paracord, Simple Jerky, Ewan Racing Chairs, and Glom Tom. Links to all these amazing partners are down below, so feel free to click. Thanks, guys, for all your support. Follow us at Girlstreamers on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. If you have any questions or would like more information, you can visit our website at girlstreamers.com and contact us through there. You can donate to Girlstreamers via GameWisp. We have several tiers, and when you donate, you get the opportunity to actually join us and talk to us on Discord with the girls. You can also buy some super cool gear in our online shop at designbyhumans.com/shop/Girlstreamers. And you can find s0upspoon on Twitter at optionalsoup. That's OPTIONALSOUP. And on Twitch at twitch.tv/s0upspoon. That is S0upspoon. Our next podcast will be March 5th, right here with Gamer Rain. This podcast is part of the Two Lazy Dogs Media Group, and the Girlstreamers community. Encourage, support, grow.